So I just took the German citizenship test last night and I either got a near perfect score or I failed the whole thing on a technicality. I'll share with you my little big mistake at the end, but first I'll tell you a little bit about my experience and how you can prepare for the exam. So the German name of this exam is the Einbürgerungstest, if you didn't know, aka the Leben in Deutschland exam. There are 33 questions on this exam. You need to get at least 17 right to pass, and there are a possible 310 questions that you could get. How you should study for this test. If you type in Leben in Deutschland in the App Store, you'll be able to find apps that will help you prepare for this exam. I would recommend going through all the questions first so you know what's on the exam itself. And once you know, then start taking practice tests. You can do this directly in the app. This is the app that I used, and I like this one a lot because you can translate the questions if you don't understand what it's asking. And it's totally free, there's just some ads. In total, I studied for about 3 weeks, and in the last week and a half, I was just taking multiple practice exams leading up to my exam day. Sometimes I would take 6 tests a day. Like I said, you can do it directly in these apps. They don't take that long, so it's definitely worth doing it a few times a day. Once you get your test exam at one of the Volkshochschule, in whichever city you're living in, make sure you get there at least 15 minutes early because after the exam starts, you will not be allowed into the classroom. Make sure you also bring a black or blue ballpoint pen and a government ID, passport or driver's license. When the test begins, the test proctor will give you explicit instructions on what to check in your form. You'll have to sign the paperwork before you start the exam. So here's how to fill out the answers on the exam. And this is how I may have failed on a technical level. So on your first attempt of answering all the questions, you want to make an X. If you want to go back and correct that X, then you would fill in the bubble of the correct response. And if you go back and check it a third time, then you'll want to fill in the little bubble and circle that response as your final answer. These are all instructions that they will tell you at the beginning of the exam. But just letting you know, I made the mistake of filling in the bubble on all of my answers. I had to go back and then recircle everything. The test proctor said it was fine, but I don't really know. I mean, they could fail me on a technical level, but I definitely at least got a 30 out of 33, I think. Anyway, those are my tips, and if you have any questions on the exam itself, let me know. Good luck!